Hi all, good morning. Merry Christmas again. I thought I'd come to you. I was listening to Father Mike's reflection for the day, and he was talking about uncertainty, and he talked about uncertainty with Mary after the angel Gabriel came to her. But the story totally reminded me, the prefigurement of this story, back when Israel was in the desert, right? It's like the best Christmas ever. They just got set free from their captors in Egypt. So they're free. They got all this golden jewelry on their way out, right? And they're headed to this beautiful new land, and everything they need, the Lord provides for them. There's water coming from a rock. There is bread coming down from heaven, the food of the angels, and God is with them. It's totally Christmas, right? That feels like Christmas. And yet they're like, man, this bread is good, but like if we had some steak, that'd be the bomb. And I mean, we kind of do that at Christmas dinner, right? Oh, I was hoping for this. And then, God gives them gifts. He even heals them from their snake bites and stuff. And they're like, man, but I was hoping for that. And they have God literally with them. They're eating the food of the angels and they're still complaining. Eventually God's like, no more. Like, I'm cutting off these gifts. Oh, because then not only that, they take all that golden jewelry that he made sure that they had to set them up in the new land. Like, that's their future. And instead, while Moses is away talking to God, they're talking in the other room for a minute, and the people go off and they destroy all the gifts that he gave them. All that gold gets melted down into a golden calf. So every gift he gave them pretty much, right? Except the food, every gift he gave them, they're destroying and breaking down into the thing they think they want. Oh, that cool toy their neighbors had back in Egypt. They want one of those. And so they destroy all the gifts he gave them to have that. And they're worshiping a golden calf, which is funny because they're like, we want meat. We don't like this bread. We want meat. So they're worshiping a golden calf. They're worshiping the gift they didn't get, the gift their neighbors got. And it's like, wow, that is totally secular, modern Christmas, right? The food you get isn't always right. You want what you used to have. You want that Christmas feeling that you used to get. You want, those traditional family things, and if you don't get it, you're kind of sad. Now, whether you go and dump out what people have and try and make something new, I don't know. But it makes you think then, what about those gifts God is giving you today? And I don't mean like the cool, did you notice I have a new mic? I have a clip-on mic. Totally not a promotion. My husband gave that to me. So I have some clip-on mics. Hopefully they're a little bit better for interviews because I've got two of them. So we'll see if this works. But what are you doing with those gifts God gives you? Are you leaving them under the tree and be like, nah, that's not for me? Are you using them as a white elephant gift, trying to be like, hey, you want this gift? You can have it. Are you returning it? Trying to return it? Are you headed off to the mall today to return those gifts that God gave you? And what are the gifts that God gave you? I want you to go look not just at gifts, but at charisms too, because we've learned if God gives you a charism, it's something God's given you for other people. And that's just so amazing. It's something God gave you to give to other people. It's like if somebody gave you a whole pack of gift cards, who are you going to give them to? So who are you giving your gifts to that God gave you? He gave you some just for you, and he gave you some to share. And are you using them? If you don't use your charisms, they go away. So did God give you the gift of a beautiful voice to sing, to raise people up? Did he give you the gift? Are you that friend that everybody goes to for comfort in times of distress? The one that has that open door and the cup of coffee or tea or whatever. Are you that friend? And if you are that friend, are you making yourself available to others, or are you just off doing your own thing? Did God give you the gift of art? Did he give you the gift of financial management? And you can giggle, but in every organization, somebody needs to be responsible for that money. And if that's your gift, if you're really good at it, please volunteer for that. That's a beautiful thing. You need somebody often to write the newsletter. So you need somebody who's gifted in writing, or even better, somebody who is gifted in listening to help the person who is doing the writing so that the letter is meeting people's needs, right? So there's a whole bunch of gifts that can come together to bless people. Maybe you're really good at driving, and that sounds silly, but maybe you like driving, but you're retired now. Could you be that person driving people, sick people, to like chemo appointments and doctor's appointments? Do you drive the elderly to the grocery store? There are so many people who need these little things that you might be good at, that you might be your gift, God's gift to you, but that you could bless others again with that gift. And I don't want you friends to be like Israel, mumbling and grumbling in the desert about how things used to be. I want you to be out there blessing the Lord and blessing your neighbor. So I'm looking at ways for me to do that. If you know of any ways I could be doing that, please let me know. Let's get out there. Let's reflect on the gifts that God has given us. And are we using them? Or are we sitting in a corner and grumbling about the way things used to be or the way things ought to be? So I guess it's the second day of Christmas. Merry second day of Christmas, and God bless.